Hola todos, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a mi canal. Hi everyone, my name is Erica. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, I am a professional second languages teacher who likes to teach Spanish here on YouTube. So if you're wanting to learn the language, I have a bunch of lessons that I've already made for you. So feel free to check that out. Pero hoy vamos a aprender de pronunciación. Okay, so today we are going to learn about pronunciation in Spanish, the basics of when it comes to pronunciation. So if you are learning Spanish and maybe you don't have a teacher there to help you, this video is going to be great because it's going to help you sound less like a gringo, okay, for example. So I'm going to help you give you a basic rundown of the basics of when it comes to Spanish pronunciation, some of the biggest mistakes that I've definitely made when I was learning Spanish, and a lot of the same mistakes that I see my students make. Yeah, today we're going to learn about that. Just a quick disclaimer, my Spanish pronunciation is not perfect. I am a native English speaker, and although I've lived in Spain, I still have a bit of an accent. But with these tips, my Spanish is a lot better than it was when I was first learning in terms of pronunciation. So anyway, here are some tips that I think are going to be a great help to you. It's going to boost your ability to speak Spanish. It will help you pronounce things better, help people understand you better as well. Pero bueno, vamos a empezar y si te gustas el video, por favor suscríbete y bueno, vamos a empezar. Ok, entonces la H. En español no se pronuncia la H. In Spanish, you never pronounce the H. It's just a silent letter. Por ejemplo, tenemos hola. So, hola. Okay, I have no hola, nothing, no H. You just drop it and then just pronounce everything else as if the H wasn't there, okay? So, por ejemplo, tenemos hola, hospital, hermano, okay? So it's not like hospital, hermano, It's like hermano, hospital, hola, okay? You just drop the H, it doesn't exist. For words where the H is like in the middle, same thing, you drop it. Ahora, okay? So, ahora. I don't know why the H is there. I couldn't tell you, but you just drop it, it's silent. Hernan, like a name, Hernan. Y hamburguesa, okay? Hamburguesa. Okay, I just dropped the H. So, this is like essentially how you would pronounce everything in Spanish. You just drop the H, never pronounce it, no matter what. Okay, la O, okay? No es una O larga, sino corta. Okay? So the O in Spanish, you're never gonna say O. It's gonna be an O. Okay? So rather than O, like hola, it's gonna be hola. It's an O. Not an O, an O. So it's short, okay? And it's not like an oo or an ow either, okay? O. Simple like that. For example, por ejemplo, hola, abogado. So it's not abogado. Okay, I notice a lot of my students, they like to say the last letter like a really hard O. It's O, short and simple like that. So abogado, amigo, organización. So it's not organización, organización. O, it's always that simple short O. Carlo, for example. So not Carlo, Carlo. Simple O, okay? Bueno, vamos a la Z. Okay, so Z and C in Spanish, la Z, se pronuncia como una S. Okay, so in Spanish, the Z is pronounced more like a S rather than a Z. Okay, la C se pronuncia como una S también. Okay, cuando precede una I o una E. So a C in Spanish, sometimes it can be a K sound, sometimes it can be an S sound. It's going to be a sound when it's followed by either an I or an E. Okay, kind of like in English, we have the same thing. Okay, so algunos ejemplos. So en España se pronuncia como una th. So the difference here is that in Spanish, when you have these circumstances, you pronounce it more like a th rather than an S. Okay, and there's some debate as to why that is, but I'm not exactly sure of the reason. Some say it's because of the Habsburg prince had like his jaw was protruding and he pronounced everything with a lisp. But then I've heard that's also not true. So I don't know. Pero en España se pronuncia como una th. Okay? Okay, unos ejemplos. Tenemos plaza. So it's not plaza, plaza, plaza. Okay, it's like an S sound. Okay? O en España se dice plaza. It's like a really light th. It's not going to be like the, but a th, a really light one. So Zaragoza, okay, not Zaragoza, no, Zaragoza or Zaragoza in Spain. We can do cerveza. So this is the C followed by an E, so it's a S. So cerveza or in España, cerveza. Okay, it's a really light th. A ciervo, which is a deer, ciervo, okay, or ciervo, okay. The key to this is if you are doing the th, don't overdo it or else it sounds like really fake. It's light, okay? It's not like the hard one like in English. Okay, and the S is always going to be pronounced the S, the S. So even in Spain, if it starts with an S, you pronounce it like a normal S sound, not the TH, okay? So whenever you see an S, always pronounce it as just the normal S, okay? A normal S sound. Pero bueno, ok, ahora vamos a las vocales, okay, los vocales. Okay, so this is just a basic rundown of how you pronounce the the vowels in Spanish. So tenemos A como manzana. So it's not A, since it's not, or not O, like manzana or manzana, I don't know. Okay, it's an A. Okay, manzana, A. E, so E, this one here, that's an E or an E. So elefante. So it's not going to be elefante or I don't know. Okay, it's elefante. Okay, so it's always that same sound. We're not going to change the last word to like an A, so like elefante. No, elefante. Okay, you have to pronounce each vowel as it is. So we have A, E. Now we have I, which in Spanish is pronounced E. So A, E, and E. Por ejemplo, iguana. So it's not iguana, it's iguana. Okay, it's a hard E sound. All right. Okay, O. Again, we talked about that. That's not going to be an O, it's an O, a short one. Oso, por ejemplo, a bear. And then U in Spanish is U. Okay, so it's not U. So we don't say Uruguay. It's Uruguay. Okay, it's an U. If it's like at the beginning, it will be like a U. Okay, so these are some tips I have so that you sound less like a gringo, as I will say. Pero bueno, if you like this video, please subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the video. And if you have any recommendations for future lessons, please let me know. Y bueno, nos vemos en el próximo video. Adiós.